making this video because I did a lot of research and I haven't found anybody else that has done this whole thing yet, at least on YouTube anyway. And I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I watch a lot of tutorials and DIYs, and I find a lot of them helpful. But this one I was kind of in the dark a little bit. A lot of guys buying little things and kind of piecing pieces together, but I haven't seen anybody actually buy this kit here. So this is the Power Bundle kit from KTMHUSKY, or now BestDualSportBikes.com, and this is for an FE350 2019. I have about 300 miles on it, about 17 hours on it now. It's 18 hours, and love the bike. It's amazing, but like everything else, you know, you ride for a little while, get comfortable, want to get a little more power out of it, want to get a little bit more get up and go. So I kind of customized the bike so far myself, you know, new tires, bark busters, you know, the Enduro engineering stuff, the brake lever, pipe guard for the front, you know, get the tail to lead off, everything like that. And so far, I mean, I love the bike. Is amazing, I love it, but I want to try this out. So this is the Power Bundle kit, which is the emissions delete, it's the end cap, it's the grunt manifold, it's the fuel line and filter kit, and it is also the emissions. Yeah, did I say the emissions delete? So we're gonna try it all out. Like I said, I've seen guys do the TPS tuner with like the air intake stack, and I understand the TPS tuner, but I personally would rather do a programmer over just kind of a tricking the TPS. I get it, but if it can be done a little safer for a tiny bit extra money, and you know, when we're talking about a $11,000, $10,000 motorcycle, I'd rather not blow the thing up in the middle of the woods somewhere. So we're gonna give it a go. So I opened it already, but I'm gonna show it again. So the programmer kit we got, and like I said, I'm gonna document this all the way through. So this is just unboxing. I ordered this on like last Monday or Tuesday, and I got it. He was having a sale on everything on the site, so I said, you know what, let me do it. So I ordered it. Then the next day, he wrote me an email saying, oh, sorry, we sold out of the black end caps. We didn't get it on the site fast enough before you bought it. Do you want to wait 7 to 10 days for a black end cap? I said, yeah, no big deal. This isn't like a rushed thing. I don't want to get it done in 2 seconds. But that was like last Monday or Tuesday. And then this Friday, I got an email confirmation saying, you know, your package has been shipped. I was like, awesome. And then I just came back from San Francisco today, and it's Monday the 11th, and it was here waiting. So 3.5 days, 4 days from Arizona to here, priority shipped, and everything looks great. And the end cap's in here too, so that was even less. So good job on that so far, no problems. Everything in the box looks amazing. The programmer instructions, haven't opened it yet. The fuel line kit here. So this is the same thing. I kind of went over the fuel lines already and kind of looked at them over. And this is one of those things where I don't think it's going to help or hurt anything with it being a fuel pump and fuel injected. But we're going to see. I don't know if we'll see a huge difference in this itself. But if you can get more fuel flowing easier to the engine, for if you're going to, you know, those low RPMs when you want to crack the throttle, and the same thing, you're going to get that little injector pump or the injector firing a little extra fuel. You want as much fuel and as good as flow as you can down low to get that extra torque. So I get it. Is this going to be a make or break thing? I don't know. The same thing, you know, everybody online has got something to say, and you know, I get it and I don't at the same time. So I think that's a kind of a, if it's going to come together with the kit, let's try it out. This I think is a huge deal and a big thing to get those reeds out, and then at the same time, even just to open the reeds, you can buy, I guess, the FX350. Doesn't have, you know, doesn't have the reeds in it or whatever, and you can buy the whole air box where you pull the reeds out and you stick this inside the tube, and this will act as a little a velocity stack. I saw people saying, "Oh, this is gonna keep the intake boot from collapsing in on itself." And yeah, I guess, but this is really the bigger part. Is it's like a velocity stack. It's gonna, when you crack the throttle and open that throttle, it's gonna give this extra low end torque of this extra air being rushing into the throttle. So it's gonna help with down low power. So this is a big deal. This is nice. The emissions delete, the little, I guess, the little check ball, the valves, the springs, same thing. Good instructions inside that too. Here's that inline fuel filter kit. Looks good. Instructions there. And then the same with this, the grunt manifold. At first I saw this and I was like, okay. And then I realized it's a smaller diameter than the factory one, which you think right off the bat, and you're like, smaller diameter, that's garbage. Why would you want smaller right out of the engine? But the same thing, after looking at velocities, you want to lower this to try and get as much streamlined exhaust out of the way as possible. So it's the same thing as, taking that little thumb and putting it over the hose. If you can do it just the right amount to get enough exhaust out without impeding flow, it actually helps increase little low end torque and low end power. So if you were just to open your manifold, take the manifold off and run the bike, it'd run like absolute garbage, and that would be the most free flowing thing you could ever have. So lowering this down a little bit in combination with this, I think, is going to make a nice increase in power. And then here's the black end cap. This is I guess the Gen 2 one with the silencer. I think I kind of prefer the original one. I like this has this silver thing on the back. I personally feel like I prefer the original one, so I'm not sure about this one, but this has the inserts that can go in it to make it silenced, which I probably won't really use, honestly, because I want that little bit of loudness and power. So we'll see. And then I also ordered the 9-ounce flywheel kit, which I'm going to do separately. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to put this on later. Do a lot of single track around the Pine Barrens, a lot of tight woods riding, and multiple times so far I've had the bike, flame out on me, stall out, and it's really tight track with people behind me. And that's a combination of me riding like a dummy, and I think it's a little bit of the bike too, where you come into some, a little hard straight. You want to make a hard left or a hard right, so you grab that, grab the clutch in, grab that brake to turn, and the bike just, RPMs drop and the bike just dies. And then the guy behind you bumps into you because you just stalled in the middle of the trail. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try everything here. Let me grab the camera. I can maybe show you guys what's up. All right, so let's see what we have here. Here's the programmer. Looks good. The grunt manifold. Looks nice. End cap. Same thing, looks pretty good. The instructions inside. Fuel filter kit looks great. Emissions delete. Looks good. Yeah, this thing I think is going to work. These three together are going to be a real nice improvement. Fuel line kit, got all the lines in there. Same with that, and then the flywheel. Instructions in the flywheel kit look good too. And you got new bolts in there and everything, so I think this is good. So I'm gonna probably do that this coming weekend on a free day. I'm gonna put all this stuff on and I'm gonna go through it with you guys, and we're gonna ride the bike, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on what I think about this stuff. So see what happens. All right, see ya.